Well guys, great to be back out and welcome to another video. Now I've decided to do street photography again for this video. Reason being, it's rained for best part of the morning. It is really overcast, but we've also got smoke coming up from the wildfires from Washington there. The smoke's dissipated a little bit over the city, but the hills and the mountains, you can't even see them from the city. Normally Grouse Mountain's crystal clear, but you can't see nothing today. So that's the reason for doing today's video on street photography. I'm down at a location at the moment called Science World. I'm having a slow walk into downtown. You can see the colour on the buildings behind us, and there's lots of artwork in the area. And that's another reason you should learn another form of photography, because if the weather doesn't make for landscapes, you can always shoot street. So I hope that's going to show you that today. You know, it is overcast, but as long as you've got that colour, you can still make images. I went out during the week after work and I went into downtown. The smoke was a lot worse then, but I wanted to go downtown on the night time and scout out some locations for today's video. I went into Gastown, went back down to the Gastown clock. I wanted to see it on the night time. Now I have photographed the Gastown clock on the night time before. It was some time ago. I'll put that image up. So I went again the other night and took another image because there's less people. You find with Gastown that there's a lot of people through the day because it is a tourist attraction. Now it was rather late at night, but it was just nice to have a walk about. I'll put a couple of images up that I captured along the way, and we'll go out today and see what we find. But just great to be back and really appreciative of the input that people gave us in the comments in the last video. It made us realise that people want to see the other side of photography that they enjoy, and introduce people to street, you know, that maybe haven't tried it and maybe want to give it a go. Street photography is mainly a confidence thing, you know. Once you build up your confidence, you're away, you're flying. I think everyone should try it and everyone will enjoy it. So I'll pack up and make my way further into downtown, see what we see today. Hopefully this weather will get a little bit brighter even, and we'll capture some images on the street. We've still got a lot of cloud about. The sun is trying to make its way through from time to time, but not quite yet. Now I'm at a location where I was in my last video. I'm up at the football stadium at BC Place, but I'm actually at the other side of it. Now the reason I've came to this location, it is a great area for doing street photography when you are waiting on that light, because a lot of shapes, you know, you'll see behind us here that we've got these letters, and the letters go all the way around the building. It's just to show you where the seating area is when you come to a game, but I thought I'd come here for my first location. In front of us there we've got Rogers Arena, which is the hockey stadium. That's another location. Stadiums and places like that make good areas for doing street photography, and they're quite quiet because there's no games on, there's no one around. So the idea for my first shot, you've got these two letter C's, like a form of artwork there. One's leading this way and one's leading that way. But if you notice behind us there, they actually form these shapes in the centre. Now, because we haven't got that bright sunlight, if you look beyond the shapes in the center, it's actually a lot lighter. So what I'm looking for is actually someone to walk into that area. I'm going to use these letter C's to form a nice frame with nice shapes. The background's a lot lighter than the foreground. I'm going to underexpose the shot like I normally do to make the edges nice and dark, and that's going to make the center a lot brighter. It's going to make your subject pop. Now the two lenses I'm using today, the 35mm and the 24mm. They're great lenses for doing street photography, and the fast lenses as well. The 24mm is 1.4 and the 35mm is 2.8, so it works great for gaining them good shutter speeds when, you know, it is a bit overcast and it's not too bright. So I've came from BC Place and I tried out a couple of shots there, and I think they worked out. I was really pleased with them. They look alright on back of camera, so I'm looking forward to seeing what they look like when I get back home. But that was a good way of, and good idea of showing you how to use shapes to get an image that you're after. You know, I literally just used the border and the outline of those letter C's that you could see to form a shape in the centre of the image. It's a lot brighter in the background, so that made the image stand out. I underexposed it because I like the edges nice and dark, so when the subject walks into the shot, it's going to be nice and clear. He had the white cap on, the white shoes, and then I reset my composition. I had a good look about, and I just used a little thin strip of the area of those letter C's and just waited for that girl to walk into the shot. The area I'm sat in now, it's got these nice grasses, nice shapes and flows of this concrete. You know, there could even be an image here. I'll have a look before I leave. But always be aware of your light, subject and shapes, and you can't go wrong. Well, I guess I should welcome you back. It's a totally different day. It actually started to rain the other day, so I was out for look for any more pictures, so I've came out today. It is a lot later in the day. I've got sunset in the next 2 hours, so I've decided to come back out and carry on with this video. Now, the other day it did start to rain and I was in need of the washroom, so I decided to go to the bar for a pint, but that was another chance to get another image. I was actually in the bar and I got talking to Chris behind the bar there, and I liked the lighting in the bar. The bar was amazing with all the lights, and it was quite dark. Yeah, so that's another thing you can do if you get to a location, you like the area, you like the light for any reason, like I did in that bar. You can always approach the people and say, hey, do you mind if I take your photo? And all I can say is no. But I just like the lighting, and I confronted Chris because he had this nice hat on, and I thought, you know what, I think there's an image there, so I thought I'd ask him, and he was more than happy enough to go behind the bar and make a cocktail while I grabbed a couple of images. But the fact that it was really low, the light, You know, I used 1.4 and that grabbed the shot. I wasn't too bothered about getting him in focus. The main thing I wanted in focus was the bottle and the cocktail cups when he was pouring out the drink, and I think it worked out okay. So I'm going to have a good wander about tonight before it gets too dark, and if it gets too dark we can always use artificial light. You know, that you can make really good images using artificial light, lighting above doorways and stuff like that. The forecast is rain for the coming week, so I'll just have to see what I can get tonight, because the next 4 to 5 days it is planned to rain. Now, I did try and get out the next day, the other day, but it was still pretty overcast and I just felt like having the day off. So I'll see what I can get tonight before it gets too dark and see if we've got any luck with any more images.